So today is going to be another first impressions video, and if you guys haven't seen the other one on the VP9, it's going to basically be the exact same thing. So we have 300 rounds, just this federal target ammunition here of 9, and I also have some hollow points because this is going to be sitting in a home defense roll or a defensive roll, so I'm probably going to be running hollow points through it. And then we also have a mag already loaded up of just some regular 9mm Perfecta. Obviously, you guys can see the gun that we're going to be shooting today here. It's going to be the CZ Scorpion. I have not shot it yet at all. Picked it up 4 days ago. Still has all the factory lube on it. We're here with Ryan today.
What's
over
up,
here.
YouTube?
And we have a really cool collection of different guns today. We have the Scorpion, but also we got a Ruger Vaquero here. We got the Steyr Mauser 1934 Mauser. And then we also have the, is this the Bearcat?
Ruger Bearcat.
The Bearcat?
Keeper.
Nice, awesome. Just shot. This was actually the first time I ever shot a single action, and it was freaking awesome, but we'll be sure to get some shooting of that on film for you guys today too. But let's go ahead and film the first shots ever from the CZ Scorpion. I have 28 rounds of 9mm Perfecta. All 28 rounds, no issues. Lock back on empty here, which is kind of what we both expected. And again, we're going to be cheek welding it the whole day. I probably, kind of something to note right off the bat, I don't know if I would really try to even shoot the Scorpion at all without some sort of a brace to actually get a cheek weld on it. Obviously you could shoot it like a regular pistol, and that's fine. However, it's not going to be that comfortable. This is originally designed, obviously, to be a submachine gun. So let's continue shooting it. We'll see what we get all day here, running all the 300 rounds. Also, the target that we were shooting at is we nicknamed him Jebediah. Here we drew a nice little target. I originally wanted to go and pick up full body targets to practice some drills on, but we forgot, so we just improvised.
He used to be a juggalo, but now he's not down to the ICP concert.
It's a pretty sick little picture there, but we're gonna have Ryan jump on. This is gonna be the second mag ever shot through it, and Ryan is a lefty, so he's going to probably have to get a mag weld on it, mag weld hold, instead of the hold that I was getting, because we have the X300 Ultra here on the right side, so he won't be able to get his hand on. Another thing to note when shooting this guy is you're really going to want to probably think about putting some sort of a grip stop if you're holding up here. This combination works great. This is the original one. This is an angled vertical grip. And basically, because you guys can see how close you are to that muzzle brake, or I should say flash compensator, but you get real close and it gets a little bit sketchy. It's very easy to get your finger over that, so just really be cautious of that. Ryan's gonna go at it here with the second mag.
All right, we're going hot. And we're empty.
Awesome.
Safety on, guns clear.
What'd you think for the first? Actually, is this the first time you shot one or no?
I've shot them before, but never with a blade.
Okay.
Blade's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and obviously from this angle, because he is left-handed, kind of, it was hard to tell if he was shouldering it or not. We are not shouldering it at all. I want to make that very clear. We're getting a cheek weld. But yeah, first impressions.
Yeah, it's awesome. That's a sweet setup, especially with the light on.
Yeah,
definitely a good home defense gun.
So now it's going to be Ryan's everyday carry.
And we're rolling.
You get him?
Got him! I threw one up, though.
1934 Mauser, right?
1934.
Okay. And what's it chambered in again?
7.65 Browning or 32 Auto if you're an American.
Nice. All right. I love that gun. It is hot, but we are on safe. But this, I did throw in the Parker Mountain Machine ambidextrous safeties here on both sides. We have the tinier one on this side so that when you actually go to shoot, it's not really digging into your trigger finger like the regular factory safety is. However, it's really tight to actually actuate there on both sides. I find a lot of the time that I need to grab with both fingers and move up and down. I'm not sure if that's something that'll loosen up over time. I just know that the factory safety wasn't that tough. We did check to make sure that the actual set screws weren't too deep into it or too tight, because that might have made it a little bit more, than it should be. But yeah, it's just really tight. So me and Ryan just wanted to take a second here and just kind of go over all the benefits that the Scorpion has to it while we were shooting it. It's probably had about 50 rounds through it thus far, and it's shooting great. But Ryan, what are the comments that you want to make here?
The biggest benefits of something like this guy for a home defense gun, there's several of them. Capacity, we have up to 30 round mags.
30 round mags here, so and then the regular mags. 20 rounders.
Yep, which is more than you'd get in a pistol. Also, reduced recoil. It's a bigger, heavier gun, so it's going to kick less. We have a longer sight radius than we would with a pistol. It's a compact gun, so that would allow you to clear corners, do whatever you have to do to make sure the homestead's safe. We also have the option of running a light like you would a regular handgun. And overall, it's just a light, compact gun, high capacity. It lets you lay down a good amount of firepower. Heaven forbid you have to do that, but it's all there.
Yeah, and I would probably say the only thing I want to add is I've seen some reviews on YouTube, and the biggest thing, I'm not going to call any names or anything like that, but basically, I've seen this getting compared a lot to other pistols like these guys here, and it can't really be compared like that. You can't really compare this to like a Glock 34 or a Glock 19 or something like that. It's not at all the same. Now, obviously, you could still throw a light on a Glock. You could still throw a 33 round mag on it, but the biggest deal here is that you get 3 points of contact instead of 2, and that's a huge thing. Obviously 3, because I can get a cheek weld here, I can get a second point of contact, and then a third with my actual grip. If this was an SBR, we could get 4, but that third point of contact really helps. You also get a little bit of added velocity here with barrel length. But it's just overall, it seems to be an awesome package thus far for home defense. I'm really pumped that I picked one up. We will see how the day kind of ends out here after the 300 rounds and a couple of different hollow point loads as well. Also, if you guys hadn't noticed, it's freaking freezing right now. It's literally, it's probably like what, 35 degrees
with the wind,
which is why we're all bundled up. Well, Ryan's the smart one that has a jacket. I forgot a jacket and a hat, so I am like dying right now. So that's why we're kind of like freezing, but we're still gonna shoot it. And it's also great training because you start losing your dexterity here a little bit when it starts getting colder. Now we're gonna just run some Hornady American Gunner, and I used to run this all the time as my main defensive load, but I switched to Browning, and basically these were just kind of backstop. A couple of them had some little bit sketchy bullet setbacks, so these are all just in that kind of pile that need to be shot. So I figured it'd be a great time. I have about 40 of them to see how the Scorpion likes it. So it's going to be the first time running hollow points through it. Let's see how she runs.
9mm 115 grain American Gunner.
Yep. I counted off. So all 11 of them, no issues. I didn't think there was going to be any issues with hollow points, but you never know. Another reason that I wanted to really get this FDE Scorpion on footage is because I've only seen like one on YouTube, and it was for a split second in a video, and I really wanted to get the FDE version some footage because I don't think really there's any videos at all out there. So this is going to be awesome if any of you are looking at possibly purchasing the Scorpion FDE. We're going to do a quick mag dump here. I think we have probably about 20 in the magazine. Oh, it's a lot of fun. Recoil impulse really is not bad at all. That's another thing that I heard on some different videos, that recoil impulse is pretty high. I'm not really seeing that at all, so really isn't that bad of a shooter. So Ryan's gonna run it again. We went on this side just so that everybody can see that he's not, you know, shouldering it or anything like that. Yeah, but let's go ahead and let him run it. We'll try to get the targets in here as well.
Can't drop the mag or drop.
Yeah, our fingers are pretty much lost all dexterity at this point. It's getting really cold. But the gun's running really well. Haven't had any hiccups thus far.
And
let's do it, Ryan.
We're gonna get rolling.
Couple misses, but no big deal at all.
Yeah, that's just me. Don't have too much run time on these carbines, but they shoot well.
And you're lefty, so that never helps.
Let's see if we can do better.
Yeah, let's head back over to the other side. See if we can knock down the rest of those. There you go.
And we're empty.
There we go. So of course, none of this stuff ever happened when we're on camera, but we moved out to probably about 20 yards, loaded up some, a couple more Hornady hollow points to just see how it would do. This ended up happening. I don't know if you guys, let me break out my flashlight. I don't know if you'll be able to see in there. But basically we have the chamber there, and if you can see, there is the round stuck. It was the first round we tried to chamber. And if you'll notice, the round almost looks like a 380 because it got pushed back so far. Now, Ryan, if you wouldn't mind pulling that out and seeing what we got. We have not touched anything, just to...
So we have a mag here,
Okay.
which I'll pocket, and I have likelihood to believe that
The round is
that
chambered.
was chambered. So,
Okay. So we got the round here. Now this is something to check out. Check this out. Actually, yeah, do you want to hold it up to see the difference here between, and you can see how far that's pushed down. And I am of the right mind to think that this was not the gun's fault, but the ammunition. I've had this issue with this ammunition before, but would that possibly have happened due to the crimping, or do you think it was the actual gun?
no, it definitely happened due to crimp and being a little bit older round, like you said. You can see if
Yeah.
you look where it hit the feed ramp right here by my fingernail.
There we go.
But that's definitely not something that wouldn't happen on any other gun.
Right.
You know, it just wasn't locked into the case with a good amount of crimp,
Right.
and that rendered this round useless. You know, if this round chambered, and heaven forbid you had to use it, you'd be sorry out of luck.
Right.
A lot of things can go wrong with a bullet that far set back.
Right. Let's go ahead and see how it runs the rest of the mag here real quick. And Ryan, if you want to follow me, we'll walk on back to that 20-yard mark again. We're hoping it doesn't snow here because it's getting a little dark.
Gonna change sides there, bud.
Yep. Okay, so we got probably about, I don't know, 12 rounds in it, the same hollow points. We're locked back. Let's see how she does. Let's see how she chambers them. Now these are the same batch, so it might do the same thing again. We'll see. Nope, it didn't that time. Yep, everything chambered. We're good to go there. Let's see if we can actually connect at a little bit of a longer distance. And the ears lifted up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, fired all the rest of them. It hasn't had any issues at all feeding them, which again leads me to believe, and I think Ryan's probably going to agree, that was definitely that one bullet's fault. I think that just was kind of a junk round. I don't know, Ryan, would you agree?
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah, especially because I've ran at this point like 20 other ones, and they cycled fine, no issues at all, and they're all hitting the feed ramp in the same way. So I think that's definitely that one fault. But just so you guys can see, we're showing you everything here. So same thing that Ryan did. We're just going to go one side of the plates to the other and see what I can do with it. So let's go ahead, chamber it, and let's go. It is cold for sure. All right, so really flows. My ears were lifting up there a little bit, so I got a little bit of ringing. That's the issue with having gauges, is your earlobes are lower, so your ears tend to fly up. But no issue at all with maneuverability. It floats really well. I find too that picking up the sights is very easy to do, and transitioning is great, especially because of this, the way that I did this here with that factory grip stop and then the angled vertical grip. It just locks your hand in perfectly and really allows you to maneuver both ways, and I can still touch the light on both sides. Not the best, but I can still activate it on and off. So what I did, and you're not going to be able to tell, but I have random alternating of the American Gunner hollow points and just the regular Federal full metal jackets. So we're going to see if this kind of chokes her up at all. I have probably about 15 shots in here, all alternating, and I have no idea which ones are which, but it's swapped pretty evenly. So let's go ahead and see if she runs them. Oh, still.
And we're clear.
Ryan's idea to have me dual wield them is a little break from the Scorpion. So let's give you guys some comedic relief here and try to see if I can even hit anything with these dual wielding them. Not a great shot with these, so we'll see here. All right. So you want me to do both at the same time?
You do you, babe.
I'll do you, boo. Boo, boo. Oh, we got one.
There's a snake in my boot.
Oh, there's a 2-liter. So when you move back a little bit, you can see we have the smaller plates right on the side on the left here. And I'm going to just see how well I can connect with those smaller plates at probably about, I don't know, I'd say maybe 19, 20 yards, give or take. So go ahead, chamber, and see how we do to connect at longer yards. Issues at all there. So we're going to wrap this video up. I have two 30 rounders and two 20 rounders. So total we have 100 rounds loaded up, give or take. We might have put in a little bit extra, a little bit less. And I'm just gonna dump all of them through my tactical pen pocket here. And we're just going to heat her up, finish the video out with that to give you guys a great idea on how she looks when she's heated up after 100 rounds. And we might shoot a little bit more of it, we might not. Overall today though, we've had that one hiccup total before this, and it was just the ammunition related 1-round hiccup. Let's see if we can finish her out today with no more. So let's go with these mag dumps. no issues at all and functioned great. Really not too bad at all. What I'll go ahead and do now, if I can remember, I'll throw in the video some photos once I break it open at home and clean it to show you how dirty it was after about 320 rounds or so. And it's very easy to break open and clean. We basically destroyed little Jebediah down there with those couple of mag dumps. And I will say too, she's definitely loosened up after, that's what she said, after a couple hundred rounds today. So happy with this. This is kind of that little mini review, first impression style. Me and Ryan are freezing, so we're gonna get the hell out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more.
Like, click, subscribe, check that box down there. Click on it.
Click it.